So, you've been thinking about buying your first fishing kayak, but you're not sure. You're on the fence. So, my goal in this video is to convince you to go ahead and pull the trigger and get started kayak fishing. And I'm going to give you a couple different reasons why I think you should start kayak fishing. The first reason is access. Now, if you don't have a fishing boat already, this is easy enough because you're stuck on the bank, and getting anything that goes on the water is already going to give you access to more places. So that's easy. If you're stuck on the bank, get a kayak, you can go more places. But even if you already have a fishing boat, whether it's a John boat or a bass boat, I still think getting a fishing kayak is a good idea because having a kayak gives you access to places that other boats can't go. Now, you can take a kayak on a lake, but you can also take a kayak places that these other boats can't go because you don't have to have a boat ramp to launch a kayak. You can launch on a hiking trail. You can launch from a bridge. You can launch from just about anywhere. You can get your feet to water and it's legal for you to access. So having more access opportunities allows you to get to better fishing spots that have less fishing pressure because there's less pressure, and that's going to give you more opportunities to catch fish. I tried taking my kayak to the normal lakes that bass boats go, and I really struggled my first several times out. I caught the tiniest little crappie you can imagine, and that was about it. I struggled. I didn't know what I was doing. I was brand new to fishing, basically. But I started figuring out that if I take my kayak to places that boats don't typically go, I'm going to have a lot more success. So I took my kayak into a pond that I have access to, and things just started to click. It made sense. And then I started taking my kayak into smaller creeks and rivers instead of the lakes, and things started to make sense. I started to have more success. So it wasn't until I got away from the places that have normal fishing pressure that I started to have more success. And the way I was able to do that is by getting a kayak. Getting a fishing kayak will give you access to more places with better fishing. So that's the first thing, access. The second reason I think getting a fishing kayak is a great idea is just for the adventure of it. Because when I was on these lakes, I was just fishing places that other people went. It was easy access. It was just simple, but it was also kind of boring. But when you take a kayak to a river that you've never been to before, and you float from one part of it to another, every turn brings something new, and every turn you're wondering what's behind it. And every paddle stroke you're thinking, oh, just up ahead it's going to be the greatest fishing spot. And so the adventure of taking a kayak somewhere and paddling down a river, seeing what's different each time. There's the famous quote that says, "You never step into the same river twice." And that's the beauty of getting a fishing kayak and going to these rivers, because you're always exploring, you're always seeing new things. Even if it's a river that you've been to 12 times, you're still seeing something new because it's going to be a little bit different than the other 11 times you were there. So I think getting a fishing kayak is a great idea just for the adventure of it. If you're somebody that likes to experience new things and experience nature and see what's out there, get a fishing kayak and have an adventure and see what's out there, see what you can explore, see what kind of adventures you can have. And then the third reason that I think you should get a fishing kayak is, man, it's just relaxing. Like, to get away from all the other stress of work and things that people need from you, and to just get out on a kayak and go get away from it all is so incredibly relaxing. I've found really the reason that I've gotten into this hobby is because I feel like fishing is the one place, the one time in my life that I don't feel the pressure of everything that's expected of me. I can just go, I can focus on fishing, I can focus on paddling, I can focus on exploring, and it just, the rest of that just kind of fades to the background and it doesn't matter. The brain is quiet, the anxiety is gone, and getting out on the kayak and exploring a river is just a great way to relax and calm your mind and quiet yourself. So I think if you're on the fence, I think you should pull the trigger and get a fishing kayak. And if you're ready to pull the trigger, I have another video that I'll post a link to here that I'm going to explain how you can buy a fishing kayak more cheaply than you think. I'm going to walk you through what to look for, what brands to avoid, that sort of thing. So go check out that video and like and subscribe for more, and we'll see you in the next.